Hey everyone, I thought I'd do a voiceover for this video just to make it a little bit easier. This is a tank build for one that we did recently, or the background build for a tank we did recently for Pedro. I just thought talk you through it. You can see that we've layered the foam on the back and we've put some shells in place already. This is pre-designed. The foam is actually a foam that came from a new tank that we bought specifically for this project, so we've just reused that to save us buying more foam. Ideally we would have liked to use some thicker foam, but this is what we had and it was a cheaper option. Then we used the spray foam, expanding spray foam, to build up the background. As you can see here, I put it on the sides, but ideally I should have tipped it up, let the back dry first and then tipped it up and done the sides separately, because we did have some of this fall off as we went along. So this is what it looks like once it's all dried. There's a few steps missed out, but I'll sort of talk you through it as I go along. So in the next clips that come up, you'll see that we actually carved in some caves and started to carve away some of the background just using a knife. We had planned to put some caves in different spots in here, which you'll see in the next clip, where we actually started to put those in. So this was something I didn't think about at the time, but the next step was to carve into the back of it to be able to fit the wires and the sockets in for obviously all the equipment. I started off by using this little heat tool, but soon realised it wasn't going to do the job, so then changed to a knife and started to carve the foam away, which worked a lot better. So on the next clip, you can see I started to use a wire brush and the cordless drill to be able to start carving away some more of the background and just bringing out the features more, the shelves and the caves, and then just making sure there's room for all the bits that we plan to put in the tank to be able to fit as well, as you'll see as we go along. So as you'll see, this makes a lot of mess, so you just need to make sure you're doing a well ventilated area and wear a mask, etc. And yeah, you'll see it makes a lot of mess as you go along. So you see in this clip, this is how it looks finished. You can see there's a little bit of the foam behind coming through, so ideally we could have done it with the foam being a bit thicker, but you can see here the caves. We've got 2 caves in there, and the shelves for Pedro to be able to utilise the height of the tank. And we just, as we're going along, checking the equipment fits as well, making sure we've got room for everything. So this was one of the most difficult parts of the build, putting the substrate on the background. This is 100% silicone, which you have to use when building these backgrounds, because it's got none of the nasties in it, which other silicone products have. But this was really difficult, trying to get it in all the crevices and then getting the substrate to stick as well. So as you see as we go along, it was quite difficult. Didn't quite look right, so I changed and used a different method towards the end. So as I mentioned earlier, I wasn't happy with how the background was turning out with the substrate. So what I ended up doing was sieving through the substrate that we were using on the background to get all the big pieces out. Basically, so we just had sand, and then I actually used PVA glue, so it was easier to cover the back, and sprinkled the sand all over, which, as you'll see at the end, was a lot better result. So this is the end result. As you can see, it's a lot better. There were some gaps still there that we went over and filled in towards the end as we went along. Obviously just allowed it to dry as well, so it still looks quite dark. I've missed a few clips here of the rest of the build. So this is actually where we go to start putting the substrate in. So the substrate, can't remember the exact quantities, but I think it was around 3 parts of the soil and then 1 part rock mixed together and then laid on the bottom. And we tried to put in one area a thicker area in one area than the other, so the gecko had plenty of space to dig, which, if you've seen our other videos, he absolutely loves to do. So here's pretty much the finished background with the soil in. We just started adding some plants on to finish it at the back, and then obviously it was a UVB light and his heat lamp added as well as the rest of the decor. So we've got obviously plenty of caves, some wood in there, and some leaves to give it plenty of cover. So as you can see, this is the tank all finished. Looks really good, and we're really pleased with how it's turned out, and more importantly, Pedro absolutely loves it. We're going to have to build another tank soon, or another background, shall I say, for Rocky. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.